Well, kids are constantly connected to technology, but being logged on from anywhere at any time could make them a target for cyber bullies. Thanks so much for staying with us on this Wednesday night. I'm Tamsin Fidel.
And I'm Erin E. LeBeau. Now, more than a third of kids between the ages of 12 and 17 say they have been bullied online. And according to the National Institutes of Health, it can have a dangerous impact on a child's mental health.
Yeah, talking to your child about prevention and taking action, not always easy, but there's a new book out that could help with all that. It is called Palm Through It, and the author joining us today, Nurse Stephanie Gullah. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Well, so Stephanie, tell us a little bit about your book and how this is helping parents have what can be a really tough conversation with their kids about bullying.
Yeah, so Palm Through It is to teach children that life is going to get hard, and when it does get hard, you have to keep going. So a common saying in my book is Palm Through It. It actually stands for push through it. And I believe that this book helps children to bring up different conversations because at the end of my book, there's a questionnaire and it talks about overcoming challenging times. And not only that, but it also talks about sharing their strengths and sharing their weaknesses. And this is a place where I believe that children should talk to their parents about it and also have their parents answer questions that are on there as well. It helps bring up uncomfortable conversations in a comfortable manner.
All right, so Stephanie, what actually inspired you to write this book?
Yeah, so actually my story is a little interesting. So I wanted to share this story because I remember when I graduated high school, I was a D student and I wanted to become a nurse. And I didn't have the grades to become a nurse. And I remember school-age teachers telling me there's no chance you'll become a nurse. And so I wanted to share this story because regardless of the hard time I had in trying to get into nursing school, with battling anxiety, not knowing how to study, I was able to get through it. I was able to continue. I was able to push through it. And now I want to teach other people that they don't have to stay still. They do not have to stay stagnant. They can keep going. And so Palm Through It is to share that you might face a challenge in your life or an obstacle. You have to keep going.
So let me ask you this, because it's really good advice, and it's something that we as adults have to remind ourselves of from more often than not. Why is it important for parents to have this conversation early on in life, though? And is there a particularly good age to start that?
Yes, I think it's more important for them to start it early on, so that way in the future, when they get older, it's easier to bring up uncomfortable conversations. Like me, myself, I remember my parents were very cognizant about talking about uncomfortable topics at a young age. And now that I'm older, it's so much easier to bring up different things. And there's someone I can go to about uncomfortable times. And I think that the young age to start at is as early as preschool. Bringing it up at preschool will help them for when they do get older. And, we have to acknowledge that sometimes they're not going to want to talk about it. And maybe we need to back off a little bit and do something that they enjoy. It's in a different form of communication. For an example, painting, playing a sport that they enjoy. These are different forms of communication. And it's a way of bonding together. And maybe after they're painting or during their painting, they can talk about an uncomfortable topic and make it more comfortable.
Now, one of the things you talk about parents actually instilling and helping their kids with is confidence. So when it comes to teaching them about this, how do you suggest they do that when it relates to bullying?
Yes, I'm a huge advocate of the power of affirmation. In my book, Teddy will say he is brilliant, he's intelligent, and he is more powerful than any obstacle in front of him. And that's during his path to his destination. And I think that children should start at a young age using the power of affirmations. This will help them with their confidence. They will learn the important concepts of self-compassion, and it will also help them for when they get older as well.
Well, Stephanie, thanks for being with us this afternoon. Really some good advice and some good takeaways for parents out there. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, for more information on Stephanie or to purchase her book, Palm Through It, go to her website, stephaniegullah.com. You can also follow her on Instagram at Stephanie Gullah.